Hello everybody, this is NapaFan34, and this is the second race in season number 1 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Kidz Kolorz 500. Thank you to Riley White for giving me that name, I don't know, 7 or 8 months ago. It's been run twice, but this is the third time I've used this name, but hopefully the first full season it's going to be in. Yeah. So this is actually theoretically the third ever Kidz Kolorz 500, but then again, officially it's the first. But anyway, we are here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for a 50-lap race. The pit stops are on now, and you should be seeing about 2 to 3 stops throughout the race, I do believe. So that's going to be a very interesting factor in this race, so watch out for that. And I did tone it down a little bit. It's not at 110%. It's 105. I really didn't like what I saw the first time I had it at 110. I was testing before I filmed this, of course. And they were going way too fast in my opinion. And I had like 3 cars ended up pulling off before the start of the race because of engine failures or something like that. I want to avoid stuff like that from happening as much as I possibly can. So that's why I toned it down a little bit. I did the test with 105%, and nobody pulled off before the end of the race. So, yeah. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, this is the Kidz Kolorz 500, and here is the starting lineup. You got Mason Powers starting on the pole position. Then we have Biff Crafton. I don't understand why a couple of these cars are fuzzy and the others aren't. Either way, Adam Pinchon in the number 6, Austin Spencer in the 22, Eric Powers in the 2, Warren Henniger, Jesse Turner, the winner of the Daytona 500. He's in the chase. He has nothing to lose. JJ Wording in the 51, Christian Master, Cameron Gaydew, Riley White, Aaron Walpole, Zachary Fitzwater, Gabriel Mauricio, Cameron Garlington, Alan Cavagnaro, Regan Whitlock, Diego Stevenson, Trey Bartow, Jonathan Skivnicki, Garrett Zenor, Cody Hagan, Stuart Gratton, Joffrey Toussaint, Caleb Hoffman, Justin Roberts. I meant to change your name. I am sorry I didn't there. Sorry. Roger Carruth, Blaine Keys, Jacob Reed, Matt Dalio, Aaron Lukes, and LJ Mills. The full field starting here today at Atlanta. So, yeah, let's get this one started. 50 laps here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is the Kidz Kolorz 500. Come on. Pull off. Come on. There we go. And make sure that nobody... Whoa. I don't want that. Okay, and everybody seems to be staying on the track, so that's a good thing. Within the race, I don't mind an engine failure, but I kind of hate it when a driver does not even get to start a race, and that is kind of depressing and for whoever owns that car, and for me in general. I do feel bad for whoever lost a chance to win. But anyway, forget about that. Nobody's pulling off. They're all on the track, and they're coming to the green flag, and the green flag is out here at Atlanta for the Kidz Kolorz 500. Won't turn it up all the way to 100 this time. We'll keep it at 32, so I don't have to go back and change it. Mason Powers pulls off and takes the lead on this first lap of the race. Austin Spencer up to second in the number 22. Adam Pinchon up high, 3 wide. Sort of midway through the pack. Mason Powers leads that lap, and here comes Austin Spencer in the number 22 right on his back bumper. Spencer side by side with Powers for the lead, and here comes the Daytona 500 winner, Jesse Turner in the number 43. Austin Spencer is the leader. And Mason Powers gets shoved to the high lane, and here comes Jesse Turner in the number 43 trying to take the lead from Austin Spencer. Spencer leads that lap by a nose over the Daytona 500 winner, but Jesse Turner's going to come underneath the 22 and take the lead from him on the third lap of the race. Warren Henniger in the number 27 behind the 43, looking to go 3 wide, and he's going to be able to do it 3 wide for the lead here at Daytona. Henniger, there's Gaidu and Walpole, the MWR teammates, right behind the 27. Here comes Gaidu in the 15. And there's a smoker. Somebody is smoking. That is Mason Powers. Biff Crafton off track and into the field. Powers involved. Both Powers involved, I should say. Trey Bartow. We got a car upside down. That's Stuart Gratton. Cavagnaro was involved. Christian Master. Oh, no. And that was all because of an engine failure. Oh, man. That should not have happened. The leader of the race is Cameron Gaidu, I do believe, and yes, he is. Trey Bartow, that's 2 in a row for him. That's 2 in a row for Stuart Gratton, who went upside down. Biff Crafton involved. Eric Powers, that's 2 in a row for him. See Stuart Gratton in the pits. And now, my goodness, and it was all because you see the 20 there smoking. The Pulsar blew an engine right in the middle of the field. His teammate had to slow down and ended up getting turned and back into the field. We have a pretty bad crash. And, take a look here. That 20 started smoking. You see that 18 slows down. He's trying to go and pass him, but he gets clipped by Garrett Sinor and comes back into the racetrack. And a lot of good cars who could have won the race torn up. The 34 went over 3 times. Stuart Gratton in that car. Jacob Breed and LJ Mills. That's the second time LJ Mills has come that close to the wall this season and not hit it. He seems to be the magnet, and then it's like the poles chains on the wall. He's like a positive atom, and the wall is a negative atom right now, and as he gets closer to it, it all of a sudden turns into a positive atom. If that made sense. Okay, that made no sense. Anyway, I shouldn't be following that. Let's take a look here from multiple angles. You got Trey Bartow that was involved in this. Look at it from him. Mason Powers was also involved in this too, and he was the one who generally started it all. Alan Cavagnaro got a little damage. I think he's okay. Let's follow this 34. That was the big loser on this one, flipping over and over 3 times. And I knew when that 18 came up, it was not going to be good. He just got clipped a little bit, honestly, and he ended up hitting right where the apron and the track, kind of meet, right there. And so that was kind of a hard place to be crashing. Because if you're there, you're most likely going to flip. It's just where it is on the track. Now, that's not the first time I've seen a flip at this racetrack. At least in NR 2003. I don't know if it's ever happened. It's probably happened in real racing at Atlanta. But in NR 2003, we see a lot of flips down that backstretch. JJ Wording here, the rookie, getting spun around a couple times. Biff Crafton. Take a couple onboards here, and then we'll get back to the pit stops for this race. That's Biff Crafton in the 18. He was the one that got shoved. When he got shoved down the track, we'll go on board with him. He got shoved down the track and was clipped by Garrett Sidnor. And you see that 20 blowing up right in front of him. He gets spun around into the field hard. Riley White and Adam Pinchon did a good job. Actually, that whole outside lane, let's see here. Take a look at what happened for these guys. A lot of these guys on the outside lane behind this whole thing got out of this. If you were far back enough for this crash, you got out of it. Right there, the 1, the 6, the 17, the 31, and the 9 all got out of it. Now we'll take one more on board, and that is going to be with Stuart Gratton in the number 34. And see how it looked for him. And then we'll get back to racing. I'm taking way too long on these. Way too long. See the whole thing happen in front of him. You honestly almost going to think he's going to miss it, really. And he just hits the spot. It was a very mild roll. I mean, he didn't really have that much of a violent impact, but he hit in a spot where he could easily turn over, and that caused him to turn over and have another day. Same thing goes for Trey Bartow. Both the 4 and the 34 crashing again. It's 2 races in a row for those guys. But fortunately, if you win a race throughout the next 14 races, you are in the chase. So let's go to the pit stops, because I know there'll probably be some. The leader is the 15, and they should be coming to the pit lane this time by. So we'll see how all the pit stops go here, and see who gets out first, and we'll restart first. We'll see if anyone stays out, too. We're on only lap 5 of 50, but hopefully something like that doesn't happen again, and we can race the rest of the race green. It's a little far away angle, but we can tell who will win the race off of pit road from here. You see that white line at the end of pit road? That is the finish, or I guess you could say the finish line for the pit road. You see, of course, the invisible pit crews are at it again. Always forgot to turn those things on. And Gaidu, who came in first, will lead first in the number 15 with the 3, the 55, and the 22 with the 27, edging out the 16, and that's the top 5 there. So the 15 of Cameron Gaidu is the leader. We'll get to the restart right after we get to it. So a big crash down the backstretch on lap number 4 has brought out the first caution here today at Atlanta. Uh-oh. Isn't it just something how the leader seems to always blow an engine? Man, that's the second blown engine in this race. Fortunately, this happened under caution and not during the race. But a tough break for the driver, the number 15, blowing an engine here at Atlanta. Anyway, we'll go through the rest here. See yourself. We are going to restart with 28 cars on the racetrack. The 51 and the 24 both a lap down. And the leader is now Regan Whitlock in the number 3. Pace car lights are out, so we'll be restarting this time. And here we go. So after that big crash on lap number 4, we're back to racing the restart here at Atlanta. And 51 obviously has some damage, slowing down Cody Hagan, who were both a lap down, and all of the leaders are driving right by them on the outside. Whitlock and Aaron Walpole. And then you have Austin Spencer and Warren Henniger. Here comes Walpole for the lead underneath of the 3. Spencer, Henniger, and Sidnor, who I guess you can say Sidnor had a lot to do with that crash, and not really his fault or anything, but he kind of caused it, even though it wasn't his fault. Austin Spencer now getting underneath of the 55 for the lead. And here comes Warren Henniger in the 27 and Geoffrey Toussaint in the 48 behind him. Justin Roberts in the 38. And Jesse Turner, along with Garlington and Dalio, on the inside lane. And then on the outside, it's Spencer, Walpole, Sidnor, Whitlock, and now Dalio looking on the outside there. Henniger leads that lap with Toussaint right behind him for second. Whoa, Toussaint nearly spun the 27. He gets a run on him, and he's going to get a nose underneath of them in turn number 3 and take the lead from the 27. Geoffrey Toussaint is going to lead this lap. Here comes Justin Roberts. I do apologize again for your name being spelled wrong. I will try to remember to change it for the next race. The 38 out front. Here comes Garrett Sidnor in the 16. Looking 3 wide for the lead. And looking to lead this lap. Sidnor going to get an advantage over the 38 and is going to lead that lap. Geoffrey Toussaint trying to get back on the inside. Here comes Cameron Garlington in the 10. And Regan Whitlock, who restarted first on this restart, now 4th in line on the inside lane. Diego Stevenson and Caleb Hoffman are closing in on this lead pack. And then we got all these guys back here. Jacob Reed, Adam Pinchon, Raja Karoof, Alan Cavagnaro, LJ Mills, Skivnicki, Master, Keyes, White, and Fitzwater with Aaron Lukes, Gabriel Mauricio, Biff Crafton, Cody Hagan, and JJ Wording. Toussaint, now the leader in the number 48. Garlington's right behind him in the number 10. And they're 3 wide for 4th place behind the leaders. Joffrey Toussaint, very solid in the number 48. The number 48 won in the Sprint Cup Series here at Atlanta this year. So, why shouldn't the 48 win here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series? Well, because everyone is completely equal and nobody really likes Jimmy Johnson. But you all should like Joffrey Toussaint, because he's never won before. Here comes Cameron Garlington in the 10, looking to get the lead from the 48. Austin Spencer in the 22, and Diego Stevenson in the 47 on that inside lane. Let me have some of my Mellow Yellow. It isn't the first time you'll be hearing that in this season. Cameron Garlington trying to get underneath of the 48 for the lead, and he's going to do it with Austin Spencer and Diego Stevenson right behind him. The Daytona 500 winner, Jesse Turner, in the 43. It is very possible that he could win 2 in a row. Spencer now the leader in the number 22. Diego Stevenson right behind him. And it sounds like we're going to be catching up on some lap traffic here soon. And if you saw Daytona, you saw a lot of the guys, they were racing in a pack, kind of similar to this. And when they got up to those elite or lap down cars, slowed one line down. So one line would completely advance over the other line, and it would break the pack apart. Spencer's going to lead another lap. That's 2 in a row for him. Diego Stevenson in the 47. Still in second, Aaron Walpole in the 55. Now in third with Henniger on the inside lane, battling for 4th with Cameron Garlington. Spencer doing a good job here out front, holding the lead. He's going to lead a 3rd lap in a row, or is he? Here comes Stevenson trying to get this one. I don't think he's going to do it. And Spencer still the leader, but here comes the 47 of Diego Stevenson. And he is in the lead this time. He's not a lap down. If you remember one of my older races, which now does not exist, I once called Diego Stevenson the leader when he was a lap down. But speaking of lap down, the 51 is holding the outside lane, and what I talked about is happening where the pack is, at least it's sort of slowing down the outside lane. It's not really splitting. Cody Hagan, I think he's a little faster than the 51. Spencer's going to get behind both of these guys. Henniger is still behind the 51, but Austin Spencer's behind the 24. And now we're 3 wide for the lead, with Justin Roberts in the 38. 38's going to lead for the second time today. Jesse Turner and Austin Spencer didn't fall too far back, but Warren Henniger kind of didn't get through that lap traffic too good. And now Skivnicki and Cavagnaro are right behind the 24 of Hagan. They're going to get by him, and they may close in here on the 27. Roberts is the leader. Biff Crafton is on the pit road. Now, he was one of those guys that was obviously involved in that crash, so he could be coming in to repair some damage. Garlington trying to get the lead from Roberts. I'm kind of starting to notice that the 2 lanes are getting a little more equal as the tires kind of wear down. And we'll see pit stops here shortly, and if I'm not mistaken, they may be coming in now, and they are. So another round of pit stops here. This is the second one today, and that's going to leave Walpole all out there by himself. Walpole, and then we got Blaine Keyes with Christian Master, and something is wrong with Raja Karoof in the 17. He's on the apron slow. And something is wrong with that Fastenal Ford. Anyway, it is a mess on pit road. Most of the lead lap cars coming in. Of course, I do expect those guys who stayed out. The 16 of Sid Noor is backed into his pit stall. A problem for the number 16 there. And really isn't too good for him. Roberts gets out first with Garlington. Dalio with a great jump. He may have taken 2 tires to get up front here in that number 88. Dalio's now in third. Stevenson, Toussaint, Hoffman, Henniger, Whitlock, Mills, Spencer, Cavagnaro, Pinchon, Turner, Lukes, and Sidnor. Gabriel Marcio, and Biff Crafton here, who has crash damage. I do believe is a lap down. Riley White, I'm not sure if he went out yet or what. This will all cycle through eventually. So Roberts should be the leader when we cross the line next time. And that's going to be now. Here comes Garlington and Walpole. Actually, Walpole was the leader last time by, but I think he's probably taken his pit stop by now. Oh, come on. He hasn't? Yeah, he has. He's now in third. Now this whole pack is broken up, and they are a lot farther apart. Which is a great thing for Justin Roberts in the number 38. Now, Garlington is right behind him. Now, Garlington is picking up some speed on this 38 here. Oh, yeah, he's closing in a lot. Skivnicki is on the tail end of the lead lap in the number 31. And he's running about 2 seconds slower than the leaders. But he isn't going to have any issues with the leaders, and leaders are gonna drive right by him for the lead. No, that makes no sense for him to go a lap down, unfortunately. Roberts leads another lap in this race. Garlington right behind him. And closing in that number 10. Walpole's going to get slowed a little bit by the 31. That's going to allow Dalio to close in on him in the 88. Got this 3-car pack here with Toussaint, Stevenson, and Kidz. Kidz did a good job on his pit stop. He was part of the second group when they went in, and now he's up to 7th place with these with these other 2 guys here. Now Dalio has teamed up with Walpole, and Garlington is taking the lead from Roberts. If you have a draft, I do believe we're going to go a little faster than the leaders. We'll see. Garlington, though, has gotten by the 38, and Cameron Garlington is going to lead lap number 29 in this race. Garlington still the leader. Roberts in 2nd place. And Walpole and Dalio right behind these 2 guys. They are racing faster lap times than Roberts, at least, and they are racing faster lap times than Garlington as well. Walpole in 3rd place. Dalio in 4th. Blaine Kidz is now up to 5th place in that number 42. I really like the races here at Atlanta because if you go through the pit stops, it takes all the cars and spreads them out, and I kind of like that for an NR 2003 race. And that is something you don't really see much in NR 2003 these days. A lot of the NR 2003 races are just big packs all the time, and I personally am not a fan of that at every track. Daytona and Talladega, of course, you got to have big packs there, or isn't a race at all. But, you know, at tracks like this, I think it's good to have these cars separated out. That makes it just more, I guess you could say for me, entertaining. Not so much for you guys, but at least for me, it's pretty fun. Because you can have stuff like this where a couple guys, you know, team up and catch up to the leaders, and we have another pack again. Roberts underneath the 10 for the lead once again. I would expect one more pit stop in this race before we are done. So I said we were going to have 2 to 3 pit stops. We're going to have 3 pit stops in this race. Dalio looking for 3rd underneath the 55, not getting it. Roberts going to get the advantage on the 10, and he is going to take the lead. Coming up on the lap car of Cody Hagan in front of them. And that may allow the 55 and the 88 to close in on this lead battle. I think it will. Dalio is going to... Oh, boy. Dalio ditched the 55 and took third from him. Used the 24 car as a pick to get third. And now Dalio is setting his sights on the lead in the number 88. Roberts is still the leader. Now, as I said, we still probably have one more pit stop left to go in this race. And I would expect that to be in about 5 or 10 or so laps. So 5 or 7 laps, I would say. I'm no Larry McReynolds, but that's what I think it is going to be. Roberts still the leader. Now a 3-car battle for the lead. Here comes Dalio looking for second place underneath of Cameron Garlington. And he may get enough to get underneath the 38. No, he's not. Dalio is going to get second, I do believe, from the 10. And now he's going to set his sights on the leader, Justin Roberts. Lap car up ahead, Biff Crafton. Oh, this is going to be fun. Garlington's hanging tough on the high side. He's going to stay in second place for now. Roberts is going to get by the 30 or the 18 pretty easily. Here comes Dalio and Garlington now catching up to this 38, and here comes Walpole. He's starting to close in, and then we have Keyes, Stevenson, and Toussaint starting to close in on these leaders. Jacob Reed is in 8th, Henniger and Fitzwater the top 10. Garlington now to the back of the 38 once again. Roberts, the leader. Garlington in second place. Dalio in third. Walpole in fourth. And Keyes is in fifth. Here comes the 10 for the lead. Not going to do it. The 38 gets a run on the outside and holds it. The 38 has probably led the most laps so far today in this race. 12 laps to go in this race. Dalio looking for second underneath of Garlington. My mouth gets dry when I do this. Almost so dry that I start to gag, and that isn't really a pleasant sound if that happened. But anyway, Garlington, now trying to take the lead from the 38. And Dalio and Walpole have closed in. Now, Biff Crafton is in the pits. I remember the first time we had pit stops, he went and pitted the lap before the leaders. So I may expect the leaders here. I would expect the leaders here to pit this time. They're not going to. Not yet, anyway. Not with this really good lead battle going. 5 cars now. You can see that 42 starting to close in. I believe that the 47 has come in of Diego Stevenson. I do not see him out there. And these leaders here are going to probably pit this time by and then make it a stretch to the finish. Cameron Garlington is the leader. He led that lap, and here he comes in. Is Roberts going to come in too? Yes. So is Dalio and Keyes. All 5 of these cars, Toussaint behind these guys as well. Reed, and they're all coming in. And this may be an advantage to Diego Stevenson in the 47, pitting before everyone else. See Hoffman there. Turner's in. Pinchon's in. This is from the first group. And the second group that just came in now was led by Cameron Garlington. He's now in his stall. And this is going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Roberts is done with his stop. Garlington trying to get out before him, and he's not going to be able to do it. Walpole's going to get in front of him, and I believe Dalio's going to get second. Justin Roberts, in the 38, comes out first from this group. Go to Walmart. That's what the sign says. Well, it just said Walmart, but I'm helping advertising for them. Because I just got some neat stuff at Walmart. Also got neat stuff at Kmart. Is there another Mart? I don't know. Anyway, enough about that. 8 laps to go. Roberts is in second place. He's in second place. Somebody's still, actually, this is not, oh yes, somebody's still out there. The one who led that lap was this guy. Wait, no. I may never get to know who led this lap. That guy. Christian Master led that lap, but he's on a totally different sequence from everyone else. Okay, let's get to the lead battle here. Dalio looking for the lead underneath of the 38. It is 7 laps to go for these guys, and it may be between the 88 and the 38. Matt Dalio in the 88 going underneath of the 38 for the lead. Dalio is going to clear him for first place. And it is now 6 laps to go here in the Kidz Kolorz 500. Skivnicki, a slow car up ahead. He's slowing Dalio down. Not Dalio, Dalio. I pronounce your name. I tried to pronounce your name. Trying to pronounce your name right this time. Dalio still the leader. Justin Roberts in the 38. Aaron Walpole, Cameron Garlington. 4 cars for the win here at Atlanta. It's going to be one of these 4. Most likely, only unless we have something like the 2004 Pepsi 300 in Nashville when 4 cars were battling for the lead. They all crashed and the 5th place car of Michael Waltrip won. Roberts, though, has been the dominant car of the day, and he is taking the lead once again. He's got Walpole right behind him, Garlington not too far behind, Dalio stuck on the high lane. More lapped cars up ahead. Here comes Aaron Walpole in the 55. 2 Chevys, a Ford and a Toyota out front. This inside lane is going to be held up by the lap car of the 24. And the outside lane, Justin Roberts takes the advantage. And he's pulling away, too. Dalio got slowed a little bit. Justin Roberts in the 38. He's going to have 3 laps to go. Can he stay in the lead? We will see. They're battling for second position right behind him, but Justin Roberts has only 2.5 laps to go, and he is the winner of the Kidz Kolorz 500, and he will be in the chase with that win, but I don't see him staying out front by that margin for too long. These guys are closing in quick. Dalio in the 88, he might get a run here. It's going to be 2 laps to go for Justin Roberts. We'll see if he can hold it off. Another lap car is up front. Dalio in the 88 has help from the 10 behind him. We'll see if he can get a draft. Roberts is actually getting a draft from the lapped car ahead of him, and that's helping him pull away. Now, I don't believe that lapped car is going to be of any trouble for this lead battle. Roberts leads at the white flag here at Atlanta. Dalio trying to do all he can to close in, but he is going relatively slower than the 38. Justin Roberts in the 38, the rookie driver, is going to get behind the 78. He's going to slow down a little bit, but he's going to be able to pass him and win the Kidz Kolorz 500 here at Atlanta. The dominant car of the day wins. It's the number 38 Loves Travel Stops Ford, driven by Justin Roberts. So I don't really think you care about your misspelled name now, so good for you. Dalio, a hard-fought second after holding off the 10 and the 55 there. And the lapped cars had a lot to do with how this race played out. But it is Justin Roberts that comes home with the win at Atlanta. And there are the official results of the race. 21 cars finished on the lead lap. And then we had Riley, White, Biff, Crafton, Skivnicki, Hagen, and Wording all multiple laps down. And the rest, you see in there, were out for the race. I don't know how Stuart Gratton does this. That is the second race in a row that he's finished in last place. I do believe that Landon Castle did that this year in the Cup Series. Finished last place in both races. And that was the first time that happened since the 60s. So hopefully Stuart Gratton can get a win and make the chase later on in the season. There are 14 more races to do it. And his teammate Justin Roberts wins and is in the chase. So congratulations to him on winning the race, and the next race is going to be the Auto Club 400 at California Speedway. It's actually going to be the older version of California, not the newer one, because I like the older version better. So, yep, that's all I have for you. And that's it. So, yep, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series.